guys, what is up? So this is gonna be the Shaper run with this build. I happen to already get my Starconia's head with the free additional Molten Strike projectiles on it. This is something that I wanted before I'm gonna run Shaper. Now, I've already done a couple of runs just to kind of get used to it. And honestly, guys, I do not promise you that it will be deathless because it's actually pretty hard. But I'll try my best, okay? Also, I want to quickly bring out that you should use some kind of life flask. You can get like an instant flask or something with you. Right now I have this one. That's just the one that I had laying around, so I went ahead and used it. Yeah, there's nothing more to it. Now when it comes to Shaper, I will explain you once we're in there, like how this build handles it and what you need to dodge and what you don't need to dodge. So I will go over it step by step.
So easily as flesh.
Do 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 do. All right, so this one over here. Where is this guy even? Oh, there he is. This is one of the easiest. All right, so here's the portal. This one is a little bit annoying. All right, we're good. So yeah, when you get to the Shaper, I suggest you have full life, so that's why you need the life potion with you. Just have maybe like an instant flask that instantly boosts your life full. Alright, so now for the Shaper. This build doesn't need to avoid his beam. Remember that. You don't need to avoid the beam. You do need to avoid the hand because that kills. But that basically kills any guy in the build. It doesn't matter. If you get hit by that hand, you're kind of dead. I wish I did the beam at the start, because I can nearly kill him if he does that. Alright, he's gonna go down in a moment. Yep, he's done. You can tell when the life doesn't...
He's recovering. We need to find a way
so
back.
when it comes to those side places, remember guys that all you really need to do is... Oh. You can switch to Sunder if you want, okay? You can do that. If you want to clear everything out, you can switch to Sunder. But you can also just avoid these monsters, not kill them, which I usually do. But like I said, you can kill them as well. It's actually, I'm not saying it's not worth killing them, but since there's no percentage on these maps, there's very low chance for those little mobs to actually chop anything at all. So really, I just recommend you guys just avoid them. Just jump past them. With this one, I recommend you don't use any potions. Save the potions here. Ooh, okay. Good. Now for the second Shaper. Again, you don't need to avoid the beam, but you need to avoid pretty much everything else. But the beam is fine. Oh, a little bit unlucky there.
To me, Exile, quickly.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Never mind about a little bit unlucky. Very unlucky. He started off with the hand and he went into the balls right after. And a hand again. Alright. The beam, you don't need to worry about. Okay, he's done. As you may notice, this build takes him down pretty fast, so...
He's recovering. We need to find a way back, quickly.
Again, the same thing. If you want, you can switch to the Sunder. I, however, like to just run past them. Now with this last guy, right? Remember, with this last guy, the thing you need to really remember is that avoid that huge thing, like the blast. You need to avoid this blast. Or slam, or I don't... Yeah, I guess it's slam. I'm not talking about the shaper slam, guys. I'm talking about the unshaped slam. The last one you need to avoid. The rest is fine. You don't have to. But this one, yes. You kind of have to. Otherwise, you're dead. So avoid the slam. Yep, avoid that. And you should be fine. Alright. So here's the last part of the shaper.
Must be perfect.
For who? Father, it's me.
Everything short of perfection is irrelevant.
Again, don't need to worry about that beam at all. Sometimes you just get so unlucky because he doesn't always do the portal this early. I also feel like a lot of my balls missed him quite a bit. He's back in a moment.
Chaos.
To me, Exile. Quickly.
Okay. This run is going so well right now. Typically I die like once or twice. Oh, avoid that. Don't want to get hit by it. And he's dead. Man, and I never get anything good. And I never get anything good. But here you go, guys. So this was the Doryani's Berserker Shaper run. I've already ran this dude about 7 times by now, I believe. I'm gonna be honest with you. Usually all the runs don't go this well. Typically I die like 1 time or twice, depending on what happens. It really comes down to like what the Shaper does as well. But this run was so nice and smooth. It's not very hard. As you may notice, like the damage is way more than enough for the Shaper. But I do want to really bring this up, guys. Before you're gonna ever decide that, okay, I'm gonna farm Shaper, I would be very careful if I did it. Because the thing is, like, as much as I render him so far, I haven't got anything good. Nothing good, guys. So really be careful when you do it. It's like, you don't want to also waste your chaos, right? I've already put over 150 or 160 chaos into Shaper and nothing. I've got absolutely nothing out of him. Okay, guys, so before I go, I want to quickly go over a few more things for you and give you some recommendations. I recommend you guys get a helmet that has 3 additional Molten Strike projectiles on it. In case you cannot afford Starkonia's head, which is roughly around 7 exalts, if you can't do it, just go with a rare helmet. But again, like, I believe, you know, 7 exalts is not that hard to get. I'm sure you guys can pull it off. It's not too much. But I strongly recommend you get the Starkonias. This is going to help you a lot because of the life pool on it. Alright. But in case you really don't have the exalts for it, just go with the random rare helmet with 3 additional Molten Strike on it. Okay, so what else? The other thing that I also actually mentioned during the video, make sure to have a life flask with you. I ran into situations where I was low before I entered Shaper's Realm, and the result is that you die, because whatever skill he shoots at you, you're dead. And I think that actually covers most of it. You can use a ring that gives you a lot of damage, like this one. This is only for some extra damage, but you don't really have to go for that. You can go with a regular ring like this one as well. Chew down ring with some resistance and life on it. And a little bit of maybe adds to fire damage. So yeah, I think this actually covers most of it. I don't think I missed out on anything now. This is just a recommendation. I never tried running Shaper without the 3 additional Molten Strike projectiles because I knew that it's going to be a lot of damage that I'm going to miss out on. But if you do, however, try to do it without it, do let me know how it goes. But you should get it. Okay, guys, so I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this nice little Shaper run with this build. I'm also going to make sure that I leave the link to this build in the description below, and you'll have a direct access to the video as well. I explained this build to detailed depths, and I also show all the skill tree and everything. So you'll get a detailed view to the build as well. Okay, so I think that's it. I covered most of it. I really want to wish you guys luck with Shaper, and I will catch you in another video. Bye bye. Oh, and as for the potions, we are using Dying Sun, which gives you 2 additional projectiles during Flask Effect. Days of Fate. Days of Fate is optional. You don't need it. If you have the chaos to spare, go ahead and buy one. It's definitely a really good add-on for the build. Wise Oak, so make sure your fire resistance is the highest.